Hi, my name is Michelle Mathews. I am a teacher and a writer. I teach English at the high school and community college levels. Today I want to teach you how to annotate text so that you can understand them with purpose and that you can have more clarity of meaning. Annotation is key to understanding text. You need to learn how to pick out the key details, understand key vocabulary, dissect all of this stuff, and then reassemble it into meaningful chunks. All these meaningful chunks combined help you pick out and understand the central idea and themes of any type of text. Today's objective: you will be able to annotate text to select key details, RI1, create illustrated vocabulary cards to increase your vocabulary, RI4, and answer short writing prompts, W2, to increase your reading comprehension and writing fluency. Today's agenda: review annotation anchor chart, apply annotation strategies to article Kevin Connolly Will See You Now, create vocabulary cards, using annotated text, answer text-dependent questions in writing. Looking at the annotation anchor chart, there's 11 techniques. First one is go through and circle all the unfamiliar words that you don't understand, or even if you have a questionable understanding of them. Number two, use question marks when you don't understand what the author is trying to convey. Number three, put a star by anything that you think's important. Number four, put an exclamation point on anything dramatic or that you want to revisit later on. Number five, circle characters' names the first time they're introduced. Number six, keep a running list of the characters and their traits. You can do this in a notebook, you can do this on the inside cover of a page, you can do this in a margin. You can also write notes in the margin. You can use sticky notes or in a notebook if you're not able to write on the text. Number eight, summarize, paraphrase each section or chapter after you read it. It's imperative that you do this before you go on to the next section so that we understand that you know what you're reading before you go on, or you'll just get muddied down more. Number nine, write down any questions that you have as you're reading. And if you want to use a color-coded system with highlighters and use that instead of any of the circling or other techniques that I've mentioned above, that's fine too. This is your shorthand. This is what you need to use that makes sense to you. The last item on our technique list is to give each section and chapter a title that expresses the main idea. If you have to summarize in one sentence what that chapter was about, do that. Give it a title. Summarize it quickly in a few words. So for today's assignment, I'd like you to read the article Kevin Connolly Will See You Now and apply at least 4 of the annotation techniques outlined in the anchor chart that I just went over with you. Any 4 that you want. I would suggest using something from the top 6 unless you already have some of those as skills. Then you might want to go down to some of the lower ones. So I'd like to ask you now, what annotation techniques did you use? Were the techniques you used ones you had learned before? What new techniques did you learn from this list? What techniques did you not use from the list that you'd like to try in the future? Did you use any color coding or alternative note-taking methods? What did you use? How did you use it? Why did you use it? Using your notes and supplies, I want you now to create 1 to 3 illustrated vocabulary cards like the one you see on the screen. You're going to take the word and look for its roots and then illustrate the roots. So if you look at the card on the screen, you'll see geologist. So geo means earth, and ology is the study of, and ist is the person. So a geologist is a person that studies the earth. So anything along this line, you also want to illustrate it, to make some little pictures to help bring in that side of your brain to remember this. Once you're finished with your cards, you can post these on your word wall or in your literacy journal. So the last part of our work today, we're going to answer some text-dependent questions. I want you to locate these text-dependent questions at the end of the article. There's 3. When you're answering these questions, make sure you clearly number these questions. Many of them are 2 parts, so you need to make sure you also use complete sentences and include any necessary parts of the question within your answer. For example, Kevin's disability was blank, blank, blank. Kevin achieved blank, blank, blank despite his disability blank, blank, blank. Once you're finished writing out your answers to these questions, please upload your answers to our website. So today we've learned how to annotate text, how to use vocabulary cards, and to combine all these skills to decipher meaning for the article that you read. We're going to continue to do this with 2 more articles along the same lines. And then we're going to culminate with a short paper with the title, How Does Struggle Help Define Who We Are? So you'll notice the theme throughout these readings as you're doing them. I want you to take a few minutes now and summarize what you've learned today about annotating, about meaning, about the text, and also tell me what challenges that you've had. Take these answers, write them down, and upload them to our website. Thank you.